Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing about MCP and we will take an example of MCP server through Langflow. So let's start with the basics. The large language models like ChatGPT are incredibly smart, right? And they are actually very good at one thing, which is predicting the next word in a sentence. And if I say like my favorite color is, and I leave it for the model to guess, it might say blue based on the patterns it has learned, or maybe there are many other examples, right? But here's the catch: LLMs can't actually do anything and in its own. So like they cannot send an email, check your calendar, or update a spreadsheet. They just generate text. So to make LLMs more useful, developers began connecting them to external tools like Google Calendar, Gmail, Notion, and any other email services using APIs. Now the LLM can say add an event to my calendar, and behind the scenes an API handles it. This is a big step forward, but it has some issue. It also created a maze, like each tool speaks in its own language, like the APIs has been created in a different way and requires a custom work to connect. So if anything has changed, any tool has changed, has been changed, the entire system might face some issues and all. That's a problem for scaling generative AI solutions. And so it might be a nightmare for the developers to fix it, right? So even though LMs can do more, everything felt fragile and disconnected. And that's why we have the what is it called, MCP. Sorry, my bad, I'm a little bit I have a different monitor. So that's where the MCP concept, like the messages, the capabilities, and the protocol standard, and think of MCP as a universal translator between LMs and tools. It is often called as the USB-C of AI. Let's say if you want your LM to track your expenses instead of manually writing up APIs and writing a bunch of glue code, the LM can now simply say like log this expense to in my tracker, and the MCP handles the rest securely and also in a standardized way. So in this setup, there's an MCP client. Like if you see the MCP architecture on the top right corner, you see the MCP host or MCP client like Cursor, Claude, and other platforms that host like LLMs. And we also have MCP servers, and these actually help the external tools to connect. Like you see in that diagram, we have Gmail, Google Calendar, also Slack. So the MCP protocol lets them to talk smoothly. And here's a smart move by Anthropic, right? They made a cool tool. Creators were responsible for building the MCP server. So as more services adopt MCP, LMs become much more capable with a very less hassle. And if you see the GitHub, I will be showing you that there are like tons of MCP servers being created every moment. So in short, MCP is not a magic, it's just a common standard. But with it, we move one step closer to building a truly useful AI systems. I will be giving you one example in the Langflow platform. Hope you already know what is Langflow and all. You can check out my other videos on that. So now we will take an example and see how MCP server can be added in Langflow platform. I guess you can see at the website of Langflow, you can access it by DataStax website or DataStax website, or even you can install it in your local machine. I will be using this one of the templates available, which is called Twitter Thread Generator, and this is very simple. I will not be using any custom component. On the left, you can search different components. Let's just introduce each component. So this is the chat input, which goes to the OpenAI. For that, we have an API, and there's all this text inputs like content guidelines, output format, output language, and the tone and the profile type. All this information are included in different text boxes, and everything goes to the prompt component. And then the prompt component goes to the OpenAI. OpenAI calls GPT-4 mini as a like large language model via this API, and then we will have this chat input. I will be using this prompt which I have already set up. This is called craft a compelling Twitter thread about the project called Sophon. Sophon is a decentralized AI and also like a Web3 project. I know that project for quite a long time. They're doing quite a great work. So I will try to create Twitter thread based on the public information, because you can see that Langflow, this flow, I'm not putting any external data or giving any reference to any website or anything. All the public information will be available for this GPT-4 when you try to create a, what is called that output or Twitter thread here, right? It says this is called building. That means the prompts are running, and this will take a little bit more time. Uh, let's just go for it, and then I will create one more flow where I will be adding um, the same maybe chat input and also the MCP server, which will fetch a different website and then try to see how the different information from that particular website can be used to create a Twitter thread, right? This will take a little bit time, so I will just pause the video and come back. Yeah, so now you see the flow has run successfully, and you can see the output here. It says like here's a Twitter trade and then exciting times ahead. At Software we are pioneering decentralized intelligence layer for Web3, and our mission is this: what sets Software apart, like what are the unique selling point, and then we believe in collaboration, and then a few more trade, right? And you can also check it in the platform. Um, and let's create one more flow from scratch. Maybe do a little in. Okay, you see that the flow that was there, it didn't have access to any particular information. It just got and it created that Twitter thread based on the information available in public. Now I will just put, let's say, text input, and then I will be using an agent. Sorry, this agent here. I'm also using an MCP server. If you search MCP, there will be one MCP server. I will write that input later. But for that, if you want, whenever you include that MCP server component, by default, they will have UVX MCP server fetch. So there are many such MCP servers available here. Maybe more. You can scroll many more. Um, I was quite happy to see Bankless on chain, and one more like AstraDB, like you see, and even you can use your Langflow as MCP server. We can create a different video for that. Anyway, if you refresh, it will try to fetch a tool like this. This is the fetch tool. Now I can wait a second. Yeah, so I have to enable the tool mode, and that will let me access. Now it is connected. I'll be using GPT-4 Mini, and then I have already included the OpenAI API component, and um, output, right? Text output, I will connect it. In chat, what I will say, let's say, create Twitter threads um, on Sophone based on the info available in their website. I will give the website name. So this is the software website. If you have a glance at it, like this is a crypto project, and they have done great work. They have some notes, and also some of the backers like Binance Labs and OKX Ventures. They're quite popular. So I also ensure, like, make sure you mention all the backers and investors available in their website again. I'm not going to create a get prompt, but just to make it work. And there's a system prompt. I don't really like it. You were experts in creating Twitter trades based on the information available in the official website to ensure the trade is accurate and updated, right? So I will just finish editing, and then it's very simple. Like, I just run it now. You see, this is running, and this is the last component. It should work, I hope. Um, so it can create different MCP server. It's already done. So let's just check it. See the numbers and the soft phone. This that I just want to see ECDs. Animoca brands, that one is Polygon, and then I want to see where exactly they have mentioned token chain key features. What is the punch of and the government backed by the industry? So I think they have mentioned only these three. But they should also mention other like Binance Labs is quite popular for that, but at least they mention few, um, not everything. But that's how you can create. I wanted to show you one server which is called like Everett, I guess. Yeah, but the API costs like $10 something. I thought maybe for one video I just wanted to. I didn't want to because I for other tutor I didn't want to use that Everett, so I just thought maybe I will go with this. And one more important thing, like whenever you use MCP servers, you're connecting with this, just experiment it. Don't just try to scale it using MCP because we are at very early stage. And also there is a growing concern about the security of MCP servers. So whenever, even if you are trying to create any MCP server in your solution, and I'll try to scan it so that you get some kind of vulnerables and all being detected and all. Other than that, I think we are good to go. There are a lot of I will be putting all these links in the description, so you can feel free to have a look at it. And thank you so much. See you in the next video.